Racism and xenophobia are at a medium level in Hungary. Today, we have with us an expertise who is going to talk about this issue.
Hi, my name is Adam, and I used to teach at BKF a couple of years ago, and so now I'm supposed to talk about the situation in Hungary as regards racism. And of course, this is an unfortunate situation which I'm highly critical about, and I can see how many Hungarians are racist around me, and I cannot really understand why. But of course, I have my opinion about it, and I have my feelings about it. So what happens is many people who I see around me and are racist are racist, I guess, because they have a problem about their own identity, and so there's a bunch of issues, anxieties and hostility that they project, and so they can be easily manipulated as for where they should project these feelings or these anxieties, and they find target groups, and one of these target groups are racial minorities, which primarily means gypsies in Hungary. So what happens is the less sure you are about yourself, or the less good you feel about yourself, the more likely you are to pick at people and pick fights and call them names. So sometimes you can see crowds of drunk Hungarians loitering in the street and calling gypsies bad names, calling Jews bad names, and well, if people would contradict them, then maybe they would pick a fight, or maybe they see somebody and it looks like a gypsy, doesn't even need to be a gypsy, and so they beat them up, And of course now these unfortunate tendencies, they start to mix with what happens in the media about the wave of Syrian refugees. So even Syrian refugees, some of them were beaten up, or people who has lived here in Hungary for years without conflict, they were beaten up because they were thought that they just came through the refugee wave, and unfortunate events like this. So we have some media coverage on this, but of course the problem is that there's a bunch of politicians who are heard louder than cultural studies people or any sort of intelligentsia. So what happens is right-wing policy will always exploit these sentiments, and will always come to certain false consequences where people will just be fooled into some oversimplifications. So people will think that the wave of refugees is something bad for them, or that the gypsies that they don't know, they might convey some sort of danger to them, and if you don't go against this, like if you don't get down to the person, don't get down to the individual, where you talk to people, you find out more about them, in the process you find out more about yourself, then you will just be left alone with these ideas that are circulated in the media. Media doesn't even need to be right-wing. Mainstream media will always cover right-wing parties, which I personally think is a mistake, and it would be really nice to boycott some parties, maybe even including the government party. If I would own a newspaper there will be no government policy coverage in that, because those people are right-wing, those people are racist, and I think that the more coverage they get, basically that's just free advertisement for them, and that will help them manipulate crowds and just circulate stupid, oversimplified ideas.